And hello there, welcome to first Friday in June, and this will also be the last day in June for me out in the garden because I will be going on my East Coast break here very soon, and won't be back until pretty much start of July, so hopefully in a month's time, who knows what will have happened. But in the meantime, here's a quick tour of where we're at. As you can see, not much in the way of rose blossoms at this point, but it's sort of in the phase of getting a lot of new ones here, you can sort of tell. And Society Garlic continues on well, but pretty much we're sort of first batch of blossoms done, aside from a couple of really nice ones like that, and otherwise waiting on the next batch to start coming in here real soon. You can see a lot of the new growth on here. The artichokes are starting to near the end of this particular life cycle. You can sort of see they're all starting to go. We still have some friendly ladybirds doing their business and happily eating up aphids and things as they find them. I see a couple other ones there on some of the other leaves, and there's one there just sort of chilling right now, maybe munching on some of the creatures, who knows. But we only have a few more artichoke fruits coming out, and as you can see the status of the leaves, this one's probably starting to end for a bit, at least for now and all that, but they produced pretty well, and we'll probably do some clearing out here sometime in the near future. Going around, or going through, rather, the Society Garlic here still thrives, as does the little small rose right here. Not really much to show, per se, but our composter here is starting to nicely fill up. We just add to it as we can. For this year, I've been doing adding more leavings from the baskets I get from my CSA to add to this, and along with things like, just leaves we take from here that can just go in and go through, and as a result, we're starting to build up a really good batch in here. So it's always good to have one around, because that way you can just add things to it as you go. Over here, again in this bed, the edamame is the hit. It's starting to get to the point now where we've taken off the cage that was over it. Probably at this point we'll just start to overfill it. So we'll see how it goes. We were just doing some massive cleaning out of roly-polies, taken away and put to a new home so that way they would not nibble on the stuff that's here. But going very well, thoroughly watered. The atomic red carrots, as you can see, really starting to kick in over here. Over here, the Molokaia is now being protected by some more caging of its own. Only a few things coming through, but nonetheless they're there, so we'll see how they go. And not really visible because it's mostly in shadow, although you can sort of half tell maybe if you look closely under here. The shisho is really starting to actually sprout up a bit now. We have a lot more of it, so we'll see how this starts to go more over the summer. And you can see a bunch of ants here. Unfortunately, it's been kicked out of house and home. We're sorry, guys, but watering must do. Over here, sort of coming around, the tomato plant here really kicking in, very thick, low growth. It isn't necessarily going up at this point, sort of step back here maybe to get a better view of it in context. But the basil down there in the corner also thriving, and there are some fruits in there last I checked, so my guess is they'll just keep on coming along. I see a variety of flowers too, so we'll see about that. Over here is the other big hit among the tomatoes. I'll actually again step back here, starting to grow out and sprout and go into other areas, move up into that one, and again some more basil down there as well, so that's doing very nicely, and we'll see where that goes. The chard sort of ticking along, not really doing much, but just being charred, so there you go. Other tomato plants here, much smaller, but they are starting to produce more fruit. You can sort of see over here on that one, some basil as well, and again over there too. The squash is now really starting to kick in. We can actually see some of the squash fruits right there. You can see one tucked away right in there and other ones coming along. So this looks like this will be a productive thing once it gets going. We have more over here. You can see more flowers coming out, and that means we'll have more there. And the cabbages, well, rather cabbagey, but there we go. The Malabar spinach over here, starting to thrive a bit more. You can sort of see well, not really fully visible in the light, but it's sort of there. Other examples tucked away. Radishes and the extra carrot or two doing very, very well, and they're coming along extremely nicely, so we'll see how they turn out. Over here, the random potato plants still kicking along. And then over here, we do have the other tomato plants we've got going, sort of not as dramatically big specimens as some of the other ones, but they are producing. So we'll see how they come along. They may be sort of like the more stunted growth ones, but we have that. We have some basil as well. And in all, it is another good gardening day. So again, we're giving it a lot of heavy watering because we're expecting a pretty hot, dry weekend. We are moving into June. Things will really start to kick in now with the heat. And we will see where things stand. in about a month's time, when I'm back here to take more photos and take more video, and we'll see where things are. So there'll be a bit of a dramatic difference. I'm guessing we'll at least a couple of the ones over there, and we will see where it stands at that point. Hope you're all having a very good start of June, and we'll talk to you soon. See you in about a month's time.